it's time for that run back. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Gets out of the corner. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. The air throw is smart, but out of reach. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Had the radar up and running. Beautiful setup with that attack. Takes a trip. Next hit will end the round. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. The super digs in deep to get that drive impact. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 is dominating this match. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Knockdown and... Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Drops him hard. A parry? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Are we gonna see if... just goes for it at this range. This is gonna be bad news. The next touch may decide this round. The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. It burns out. My girls, that amazing never say die attitude got them the win. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
A new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Player 1 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Knockdown. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Throws them. What's next? The pressure is so intense here. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 1 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Charges forward. Oh, they're in the corner, brushes that off and keeps going. The Condor Wind added a bit of juice to that attack. Blocks it. Smart play with the throw. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to big damage. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Our fighters are at a standstill. What baits out the attack and gets the punish counter? Still alive? Still alive? Hanging by a thread. Just need one final, closes it out. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
round. Front line. Great match. Practice. Training. Combo try. Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Show me everything you have.
My pleasure.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uh-oh. Falls short. Player one with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Misfire with the drive impact. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Stops the attack by using the drive parry. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. Player two chases them down. Goes for the super art? Will this super art connect? Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. That slight doubt is all it took. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Combo with the target combo. Gets the jump in. Solid combo. Very solid tomahawk buster.
Here we go.
They're backed up into the corner. What'll happen here? Jumps in. Reads to them experiencing KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Never win against me.
Final round. Fight.
The last round. It's now or never. A super art. That's the count. All in with a rush. Parries. Nothing but air. Player two is working with a better big-time whip. Links it. Crowns him from above. Oh, here we go. Player two, this is gonna hurt. Ugh, this is a complete shutdown. Reach out and hug him. Loads up above. Drops him hard. No reach. No, this will break him. What now? Turns out. Closes it out. Player two made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The drive impact is denied. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Reads them. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. The big play does it. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Dashes. Target locked and scoop. Big opportunity now in this corner. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Looking to plant him with a pile drive. Blocks the impact. Just goes for it at this range. They tried to escape into the air, but the Russian slam was waiting. Their will to win is really being tested here. Checks with a medium kick. Go distance reaches some big damage. Player 2 holding on to that. Boom goes the dynamite. It's too much. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? That drive impact doesn't get through. The drive parry was successful. A parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Target locked and scoop. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is experiencing burnout. Still slugging it out at this range. Doesn't miss a beat. A super art. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Both fighters sets up with the jump in. KO. That was a clinic on how a
A new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Can they outlast it? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. This is going to hurt. Big trouble here. The stun is going to leave them defenseless. The drive gauge will recover when they get out of stun, making this prime time to deal up some free damage. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Great work finding the opening. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Impacts a no-go. Flashes him. Big throws. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Risky up-close scrap still going. Mexican Typhoon! Super arts on deck for both fighters. All in with the rush! What now? Are they going to be able to come back? No! Critical art now? Are we gonna KO? Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? The grab misses. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Plenty of life left in both fighters, but a big difference in drive. How can they use this to their advantage? If the drive gauge is completely empty, the player will enter burnout and won't be able to use drive for a period of time, so it's vital to not let that happen. Player 2 chases them down, takes a trip, not shy with the grab. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. The low heavy connected? Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Hits them with a stop and bop. What'll happen here? They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Both fighters planning cleared for landing. So little life left. Are they going to be able to come back and... No! Critical art now? Threads it cleanly. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. How's this? Throws them. How's this? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side swing. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Both absolutely refusing to give hits that with confidence. Crowns them from above. Like nothing stops this train. Ooh, what a smart throw. Close range projectile. Great job. All in with a rush. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it does in. The next touch may decide this round, breaking them shins with a low heavy. How's this? No hesitation or regret. Hits him with the NSF dummy. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. It is over. Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
I'll take on all of you. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. That was a solid anti-air. Well-timed command throw there. Player 2 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner.
The sweet spot.
Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO.
Round 2.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Did well to get the buff in there. So they'll break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Both fighters planning something? Medium kick in, brushes that off and keeps going. It's a good spot to use the super. Going in? KO! We're tied up at 1 round each. Do these two have anything up their sleeve for the final round?
Final round.
The last round. It's now or never. Dives in! That's a counter. Throws that off! All in with a rush! What now? Great Brooks! This is going to deal some big damage! Anti-air in the clutch! Amazing! Clutch as I flatline zone! Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion! It's not over yet! Let's believe it's time for that run back! Shows a medium kick? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Takes a trip. Reads them. Big counter. Gets the jump in. Knockdown. Can't keep track of these corner switches. From up above. Can't tech the throw. They need to rely on their in there. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Overhead. Down to the wire. This is gonna be bad news. Target locked and scoop. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Knockdown and you've got to be mindful of looking to plan them with a pile driver. Quick breather. Are we drive rush? Yo, critical art now? Is this gonna kill? You need guts to pull that off. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
A new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
I'm ready.
Let me have some fun.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. Takes a trip. In a dire situation. If there's a wall, KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Brings the Impaler. Raw critical. What's gonna happen? A clean KO. Nice meter awareness. Oh, they got him! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Hits him with a stopping block. They can open up this round big by converting this punishment. Gets through the opening. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Long low attack hits. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Right lead opens up. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The jump-in is denied. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. They were expecting that drive impact. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Charges forward. Their space delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Will that drive impact get punished? You do not want to whiff an impact. Player 1 chases them down. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Their life is heck. There's the impact! Not letting that go unpunished. It's time to go in. The Kill Rider snatches them. They're looking to end things right here. Too good. Distant Tomahawk Buster to shut him down. They push their breakthrough with the throw. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
I'm ready.
Prepare.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? That overhead was a bit obvious. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Goes for the surprise rush in. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. That drive impact is blocked. Taking stock. Big counter. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 1 can't use any more drive without burning out. Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may come into play. XKO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start. Misses the drive impact. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. The grab misses. From upstairs. What'll happen here? Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Super hard. Oh my God, they just jumped it up. Sticks out a kick. Knocked them out of the air. KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Got their eye on the air. Wow, shut down. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Goes for the command grab. What's the play here? Mono's metal level is still kind of low here. They're going to need to find some chances to boost it. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 1 chases them down. Knockdown. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. They were not clear for takeoff. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jump in. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Grabs them. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Medium kick hits. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be this can lead to some big damage. Quick medium poke. Can they create an opportunity for themselves? Walls flat, it just closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. A brave forward jump there to start. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. All right. Oh, talk about overextending. Takes a trip. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? We're in the final moments of the round. Both fighters are playing around with a full drive gauge too. Knockdown. With that drive impact, he closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. That drive impact is blocked. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could distantly to some big damage. Player 1, both solid anti-air. Are they going to be able to come back and get in there? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
I can hear it.
Final round. Fight!
Anti-air in the clutch. They exchange blows. Tomahawk buster. Player 1 is in a very good spot. Oh, in with a rush. Oh, here we go. Clutch anti-air. Curls him from above. Walls flat into the guard frame. Player 2, low heavy. Noticeable life burns out. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They got it flatlines him. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Ooh, what's this? Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. buy some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. They hit each other. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Player 2 is gonna KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump-in to start. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Digs in deep to get that drive. Both fighters have a full rising uppercut. Still scrapping, dives in. Closing moment, finds the target. Jumps. Oh, the throw connects. What's next? Flank turn, flatline zone. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Uses the target combo as a filler. The jump-in is denied. Oh, you should have. Throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Did well to get the buff in there. Time's the only thing moving here. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Life lead opens up. All right, what's coming up next? Definitely answers the air attack. So they break forward to pressure the execute. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Where you go? Jumps up. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Throws them to negate the block. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Hits them with a stop and pop. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Uses the gauge for a super art. Too slow. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. The super art doesn't kill. They gotta focus to finish this off. In there. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Puts one in the pocket. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player 2 chases them down. Holds out with the block. Down to the wire. Beautiful setup with that attack. Combo with the target combo. Gets them. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? The drive impact is denied. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Sand blast. Still slugging it. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Blossom. Blocks it. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Their will to win is really being tested. Just goes for it at this range. A quick breather. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Rising uppercut. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? The jump, what a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Decide not to rush in without a plan. Bumps up. There's an overdrive on. Full stock on the Condor win. Gotta watch for a sudden surge. We're just getting started here. Who'll take control? Changes things up with an overhead. Gotta do better than that. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Tries to act quickly but with the attack. Connects with the throw. Fire coming through. There's the counter we wanted. Player 2. Ooh, what a smart throw. What a miss. Fire. They are done. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Get into the ring. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Getting into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 2, they've been pushed into the wall and the stun's the KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Anti-air drops them. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Breaks those shins. Good old slaps. Neither of them willing to back off here. What'll happen here? Mexican Typhoon! Charges forward. Bumps up. Knocks them out of the air. Sets up with the jump in there. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
My pleasure.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? That barely connected, but it still counts. Finds the time to squeeze in above. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Recovers from burnout. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Got their eye on the air. King Hadouken! Both fighters planning some finishes it with the anti-air. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. This round is so important. There's an overdrive shorty. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Grabs and throws them away. Player 1, will blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. What'll happen here? Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Big throws. Both fighters planning something? There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Player drops them from the air. Here comes the corner pressure. Jump. Turns out. What now? Tries to make something happen with an overdrive. Flatlines them. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Starts it. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Knocked them out of the air. Still scrapping for control of the space. Shin Ashogeki. This could be make or break. Keeps him out. Player 2. Oh my god, what a throw tech. Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. Dives in. Solid anti-air. Drives and back misses. These guys are not connects with the throw. Impact counter. Oh, that's so sick. Yes, sir. More damage. Oh, the throw connects. Both apps drops them. Reads the throw in the space. Are you kidding me? I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.